Alrighty, good morning folks. It's Jason with the Primal Outdoors channel, and as you guys can see, we are camped in a gorgeous location. We've got a nice little spot overlooking the Three Sisters, and we've got a little drama in the sky with the clouds moving through and the sun just kind of playing peekaboo on us. Really fantastic day. I've actually been here for just about a week. I've been doing a lot of editing and trying to catch up on a lot of content that I have already filmed for the channel and trying to get that done. And I'm starting to feel pretty good about that. And my friend Gary, which you guys have seen on the channel many times, he showed up a couple days ago and we've been hanging out, enjoying campfires and just enjoying the spot. But because I have been here for so long and as beautiful as it is, I still feel the need that we should move and go explore and check out some other locations today. All right, so before we get going here, I'm just going to heat up the last of my coffee, kind of reheat it, what's left in the bottom there, and make a little bit of breakfast and then just get everything kind of packed up. We had cut a bunch of firewood here and we've got plenty of left over, so Gary's loading some of that on his trailer, so wherever we end up tonight we don't have to cut more, because this is some really nice dry firewood and has been raining here a little bit, so I just want to make sure we can take advantage of that. But yep, a little bit more coffee, a little bit of breakfast, and then we're gonna hit the road. Well, I'm not so sure about your nice day, Gary. Huh? I'm not so sure about your nice day. It's looking like it's clouding up on us pretty thick.
Yeah, we're getting encroached again.
Ever changing in the mountains.
Yep, that's for sure.
All right, guys, well, had to move the operations inside. I started cooking breakfast out on the outside setup, but we got some rain coming in now. It's starting to rain. It's been doing that on and off this morning, but I was hoping it was going to hold off until I at least got breakfast done. All right, guys, well, simple breakfast, a little open-faced breakfast sandwich. Should be good. It's really raining out there now. I can really hear it coming down, so it'll be a good day to spin in the van, driving around, checking out some new areas. It's always good to have a good dishwasher in camp. Good job. Yeah, you did a good job. A little wipe down, she's ready to go away. Yeah.
How many rounds are you going to put in there?
Oh, just a couple. I mean, put these bigger ones in there at least, huh? What you got, and
yeah.
Here, you grab that one, I'll grab this one. Oh, almost forgot his frisbee.
Oh.
Grab that. We'll call that good. All right, folks, so I just fired up the van, just waiting for the windows defrost. We don't have a plan in mind. There's nowhere that we have like specifically figured out we're gonna go. We're just gonna drive some roads and see what we find. Like I said, it is raining, so it's nice to be able to just kind of hang out in the vehicle a little bit and do that. Now, along the way somewhere, I do have to find some water because the van is completely empty of water and my water bags are almost completely empty as well. So I do need to fill up with water somewhere along the line. But we're heading down the mountains, and even though it's kind of a rainy, dreary day, it's still a very beautiful drive because you got all of these little small oaks that are changing colors. We're just right now at the beginning of fall. I think it's October 10th today, so yeah, really pretty drive down through here. Seeing all these fall colors is definitely making me think I need to get back over to the east side, because I bet you the western larch is starting to change colors as well. So the last time I was actually in this area was a couple years ago, and when I had the old transmission, the 4-speed in here, and I remember having to ride the brakes a lot more coming down this hill. With this new 6-speed, I've got a lot more control of the transmission, and I'm able to let it do a little bit more of the braking, which is really nice. I did recently, though, have a little problem with the 6R80 that I put in. It's known for having a lead frame issue, OSS sensor problem, and that's why I ended up having to run back and grab the truck and rooftop tent to go to Idaho. All right, so we just stopped off at a little camp area here, and they have a little boat launch for the river for the rafters during the summer. They don't have any public water or potable water here that I can pull from, but there is the river, and since I have a water filtration system, that'll work out well enough for me. All right, so we just got a report from Gary's wife that it is sunnier and nicer on the east side of the mountains. Now, for those that are not familiar with the geography of Oregon, we pretty much split Oregon in two halves right down the Pacific Crest Trail. And anything west of the Pacific Crest Trail is considered the west side, and anything east of the Pacific Crest Trail is considered the east side. We also call the west side the wet side, and we call the east side the dry side. And there's a reason for that. It is usually always wetter and rainier when you are west of the Pacific Crest Trail, and it is usually drier and nicer if you're east of the Pacific Crest Trail. We are really just on the borderline right now. We're just barely west, but we are going to go ahead and drop over to the other side and see if we can get at least a little break in the weather so that we're not just completely drowned rats. Well, we have found a place to camp, and the weather has actually broken a little bit. Still pretty gray and cloudy, and it does look like it probably rained through here not too long ago, but it does look like it might be breaking a little bit for us. So anyways, we found a spot. Kind of surprised that this spot was actually open. We are in the middle of hunting season, rifle deer season, so there's quite a few people up here camped and hunting, so I was actually surprised to find that this camp was available because several others we checked were not. But this should work out for us for tonight. I'm going to get the van unloaded, get the wood that I brought over out, and I'm pretty hungry. I'm going to have myself a little lunch. So probably the reason why this camp was empty, it looks like somebody might have already been successful here and left a few pieces behind, which Ben has already found. He's pretty happy about this right now. Now that is a simple yet satisfying meal right here. So as you guys can see, I've gone back to the 270 awning, even though I told you guys in a previous video I didn't really like it. It's not because I really wanted to, it's because I made a mistake with my other awning and ended up breaking it. So I had to put this one back on, and it worked fine throughout the summer because it's just great for shade. But now that we're getting into fall and we're dealing with rain and soon snow, I really would like to find something to replace this with. Well, I've decided it's one of those second coffee type of days. So we're just gonna brew up a new pot. That'll be nice on a rainy day, rainy, chilly day like today. Hey Gary, I got plenty of coffee. You want me to top you off?
Yeah, sure, please. That's good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Cheers to afternoon coffee.
Yeah. Look out. Come on.
What's up, Ben? Come here. I know, you like to steal the wood. Oh. So like usual, I like to make Gary do all the work. You know,
Splitting and piling. Splitting and piling.
making him do all the work, and then that way it keeps him young.
Yeah.
So every once in a while I like to cheat when I'm making my fires, just make things go a little bit easier, especially when things are a little bit damp, and just use a little bit of chainsaw bar oil. Just a little bit of drip will do, but on a paper towel, you can light it up really easy and the bar oil will burn for a long time, help getting your kindling started. Should make a good fire, Gary.
That is good fire, no smoke. Not hardly any smoke anyway. Nice and hot.
Well, it's good dry wood, so.
Yeah.
Or pretty dry wood. I mean, it got a little wet on our drive back over here, but it was dry when we cut it.
Yeah.
So this is actually one of those western larches I was talking about earlier. It's not really started to turn yet, but if you look around, you can see some more, and they're starting to get a little bit yellow. But these are a conifer that, like deciduous trees, They actually lose their needles in the fall, but they turn a bright yellow first and then they fall. And when they do turn, and there's a few back there that I can show you a little bit more, but when they do turn, they're really pretty and really contrast against the green of the other conifers that are here in the forest. Now, for a long time, I actually thought these were tamarack trees because that's what somebody told me, but I was corrected by that this year, and I looked it up, and they are western larch. We don't actually have tamarack in Oregon. Tamarack grows on the eastern side of the United States. Here we have western larch. So anywhere that you see these trees and somebody says they're a tamarack tree, which a lot of people in Oregon do, they are not. They are actually a western larch. And what I found out actually today by doing a little bit more research is there's also an alpine larch that we don't apparently have here in Oregon. That's more like Washington, and I believe Idaho and Montana have that in the really high elevation locations. But yeah, anything that you see here in the way of a conifer that is changing color is a western larch. All right, folks, so with that last tidbit of information, I think I'm going to end this video. I think for the now, Gary and I are just going to settle in for the evening, maybe crack a beer, enjoy the crackle of the fire and our last evening together. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please do give it a like. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave those down below, and we'll catch you guys again outside. You don't want to sit here, Ben?
Dad's going to lay on there by the fire. Oh, yeah.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.